How's it going, everybody? I know it has been a minute, a couple of weeks to be specific, between work and my personal life. Just had a lot going on, haven't been able to produce anything. It is still winter, spring is really trying to break through, but there's snow everywhere outside still. I wanted to take some time here to put together a video, kind of behind the scenes slash my father's first reaction to watching The Great Eight. If you haven't seen this video already, I will post a link up in the corner of the screen. Personally, to date, as of the date that this video has been uploaded, The Great Eight is my personal favorite video that I've created. Say the climax to this point of my video production career. Is it perfect? No, absolutely not. Watching it now, there's so many things that I could have done differently, but at the time that I created the Great Eight video, it was really the epitome of everything I had learned in video production. The video just came together really well. As I said, the visuals, the audio, the music selection, everything just, it really was a well-rounded story for me. I know hunting is not everybody's cup of tea, and I totally get that. And actually, in the beginning of the video, I put a little disclaimer in there about that. But it's something that means a tremendous amount to me and to my father too. It's something that he and I both bonded over for my entire life. I as early as I can remember, before I was even legally allowed to carry a firearm in the field, I was out there with my dad. Again, not carrying, I wasn't hunting, but I was out there with him getting to experience it. And I gotta admit, in those beginning days of hunting, being a youngster, waking up at 3, 4 in the morning, it's freezing out, it wasn't much fun. It was pretty awful, actually. I puked out in the field almost every year. Just the excitement, the adrenaline, the cold temperatures, getting up early, not eating very well, sitting outside in freezing temperatures all day long. It was a lot. It is a lot on a person, but it was a lot on a kid. And would I change it? No, absolutely not. It made me who I am today. It made me appreciate Mother Nature, and it made me appreciate the sacrifices that we make to put food on the table. I know my dad is proud of me. He tells me he's proud. I'm so fortunate to have the father that I have, to have shared these experiences with him in the past, in the present, and hopefully for many years to come in the future. Thinking back on the experiences we've had and just watching his reaction to the first time seeing this video, seeing his emotions, and just, it means so much. He's such a caring guy. I look up to him a lot, and that's why I'm putting this video together too, I guess. The first time I showed Dad this video, I did a little premiere just for the family. I wanted to capture it on video. I wanted to capture his reaction on video because it was a video production that I'm really proud of, and at the end of the day, I think every son wants to make their father proud of them. And again, he tells me all the time how proud he is of me, and I know that. Doesn't mean I'm going to stop trying to continue to make him proud. So, let's get into it, I guess. video introduction was a lot of fun to put together. I got to try out, I think that was some of the first footage I might have captured with the drone when I got the drone. And I used that through a few different areas in here, and it worked out so well. It put such a great perspective on what was taking place in the video at the time. And it's a blast to use. You could see my dad kind of smiled and looked over at me when that first drone shot, pulling away from the clothes on the line, or on my trellis. He was giving me a nod to good usage of the drone there. I decided there wasn't a better way for Jake to start his opening morning than to wake up with my smiling face on the pillow next to his.
What the f***? What are you doing here? Surprising you. He's so f***ing confused. I am so confused. Oh, it's close to time. Oh, it's time. It's 4 o'clock.
Man, Jake is such a good guy. And a good sport, too, for putting up with me. But not like he has a choice, I guess. Love you, buddy.
Oh, come on! Why is this in there?
As you heard my sister say, why is this in there? We kind of debated whether or not to keep this part in there, but, you know, it was part of the day, it was part of the experience. It's humorous. Ultimately, Jake signed off on the waiver and let us put it in the video. I don't know, he was having some issues with that prescription strength deodorant. We left it in there. I think it was a good addition to the video. About 10 minutes after legal shooting, I spot 2 deer slowly making their way from Dad's woods through the field that I'm sitting over. The lead deer is a mature buck, and the second deer is a small 6-pointer. I take aim on the lead deer and fire the first round at 125 yards. I later learned that this round hit slightly further back than I intended, rupturing the liver. That click you just heard? Yeah, that's the sound nobody wants to hear when a mature buck is in the sights. For whatever reason, my rifle failed to cycle the next round into the chamber, so I proceeded to quickly open the action, remove the magazine, compress the magazine spring, slap the mag back into the rifle, and chamber the next round. At this point, the buck is facing me at 95 yards. You know, I think the biggest thing I dislike about this video is that I had to film my entire actual hunting interaction there with a GoPro. Obviously, GoPros are a fixed lens. You cannot zoom in with them. You can digitally enhance it in post-production and zoom in, but the quality is just not there. So I was able to pick up a lens in a previous video earlier this year, and it's going to help a lot with reaching out there and filming better quality video for hunts to come. So I'm looking forward to that. After 3 hours of reflecting on the morning's events, listening to the sights and the sounds, taking in the beauty around me, Jake and I decide to get out of the stands, head back to the truck, and get the camera gear and the sled. So that was actually the first time my dad saw anything that happened with my hunt there. He was sitting on a different portion of the property. We walked out to our stands together, but he broke off at the last minute, went down a tree line. Actually, he sat on the edge of the woods that those deer had come out of. So that was his first time actually getting to see what happened during my hunt. Kind of a cool moment for him. For us, you know, it's always exciting to share your hunt with your friends and family, especially your hunting party. It's one thing to talk about it, but for him to actually get to see it through video is a pretty neat experience. Something I'm glad I was able to capture and share with him. Again, this is one of the first videos that I kind of utilized the drone in, and Dad just looked over at me and said, "Cool, Mike." Yeah, I agree, Dad. The drone really, it really takes your video to a whole nother level. Some neat stuff. This scene with the drone lifting up above the Great 8 was such a beautiful scene. Such a beautiful shot. You could see all of the trails from the deer paths through that tall grass. See my deer laying there. Just, it really came together well. It was a beautiful shot. Again, this is my dad's first time getting to experience what I experienced walking up to the deer for the first time. We didn't get to share that together, so it was really cool, again, to capture that on video and get to show him my first time seeing my deer. It's always it's a really exciting part of a hunt, getting to go up and see your deer for the first time.
Holy cow. Oh my God. Are you serious? That thing is a moose. Oh my God. This is the buck that you dream about getting, that I've dreamed about getting since the first day I went gun hunting out on this property with my pops. Wow.
I mean, do I have to say anything? Look at his face. That getting to see photos of me, early days of hunting together, that meant a lot to him,
Absolutely
meant a lot to me.
Such a beautiful.
Probably doesn't mean much to you guys out there, but just as a father-son bonding moment, like, you could tell he teared up.
Wait for Dad to see this.
That was cool.
Oh man. Oh, this thing is just a cow. It is huge. Oh, my heart is racing. And it's hours after I shot this thing. Oh, this is what it's all about, baby. Buck fever. Meat in the freezer. I don't think I've ever shot a deer opening morning either. Wow.
I thought that was a pretty funny scene right there. Dad pretending to push Jake to get him going because he was so eager to get over and see my deer.
Little one.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh my goodness. That's beautiful. Very nice, Michael. Very
Thanks, Dad.
nice.
You know, it was awesome getting to harvest a buck of that caliber, especially on our property. We just don't really see deer that big out there. And granted, there was actually a bigger deer than that, maybe two bigger deer than that out there this past year. And we had a couple of interactions with them that just didn't play out. Don't get me wrong, I am incredibly happy to have harvested this deer, but at the same time, I was really hoping Dad could have switched roles with me. And I'm sure he wouldn't have changed it. He wouldn't want to be in that position. He was happy to see me harvest this deer. And maybe that's just our nature. Maybe that's just how Dad and I are. We both would want the other person to get this deer. And I guess it just so happened to work out in my favor this season. Dad, we'll get you on a big deer this year. So I was actually riding passenger in the truck at this time, controlling the drone. And I didn't actually intend for that shot to be part of the video. It was just, I was just getting the drone up to capture the truck coming up the hill, but it really gave a nice overview of the property. It worked well with the music. It fit. It was really important to me to share what happens after the harvest. There's a lot of hunting videos that just end right after the kill and you don't see what happens next. It was important to me to share that in as respectful a manner as possible. Harvesting deer and processing them ourselves has been something that my family's always done. We take a lot of pride in it. Again, we feel it's our responsibility to treat the animal with the respect it deserves. It gave up its life to feed us. And it just doesn't feel right to harvest the deer and then send it off to somebody else to be processed. It's kind of disrespectful. If you're gonna take its life, it's your duty to process it and give it the attention and the care that it deserves. So I wanted to really show that in my video. Some people may look at this mount and consider it distasteful, but I see it as a way to give thanks to the Great Eight. His beautiful antlers are a daily reminder that our food does not come without sacrifice, that majestic wild creatures still exist in areas yet undisturbed by mankind's expansion, and that the bonds created and strengthened around hunting are ancestral and lifelong. So we paused the video here so everyone could read through the dedication. It only made sense to me to dedicate this video to my father. He's the one ultimately that got me into hunting. He's the first person to take me out into the woods. And I owe so much to him for that. Hope you enjoyed the story of the Great Eight. Please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps our channel continue to grow. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.
Daddy, good. Oh, there's more. There's more.
That'll be the end screen when you can click on the
Very
next video.
good.
Yeah.
Nice, Michael. Very nice.
That was good.
I think that's your best video yet.
Oh, for sure.
It was good. Good.
I actually partial to my grandchildren.
Yeah, but the production quality and the drone footage and everything.
Yeah, I
I
like the
know
drone
that is
footage.
good.
I think you edited it awesome. It looked like, oh.
So I cut the camera there and we kind of talked about it, but as you heard my sister say, that's your best video yet, and I couldn't agree more. I am so happy with how this video turned out. the way I was able to tell the story, the footage I was able to capture, the post-production quality, it really came together well. I couldn't have asked for a better video. Again, if you haven't seen the video in its entirety, go check it out, please. It would mean a lot to me. Leave some feedback. Give me a comment on there. Let me know what you think. I'm so excited for this year's hunting season. As I mentioned, it's Dad's turn to get a nice big buck, so hopefully we can make that happen. And I'm better equipped as far as camera gear goes this year to get some even better footage. And I've learned a lot since I filmed that video, so I'm excited to put some new techniques to use. Yeah, so I had that footage of my dad, his first time viewing that video, saved on my hard drive, and it's just been sitting there, and I figured I'd put this video together and kind of show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes and my dad's reaction to that video. Love that guy to death. I'm glad I've got this ability to record moments like that and put it together and share it with my friends and family, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So that's gonna wrap this video up. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had a fun time creating it. Really looking forward to some warmer weather so we can get back outside and get going on some projects. I've got some exciting things lined up for this year. We're just gonna have to wait and see what it is. Catch you guys in the next video. Bye.